The film begins with three ancient warriors fighting a fierce battle in a forest of giant bamboo trees. A beautiful woman in a beautiful red dress is being held captive near the scene of this battle. It is not clear to us whether these three warriors are fighting to save the woman or to kill her. After a while, another person enters the battlefield. So, it is a very powerful ancient warrior called the Black Knight who wears a single black armor and rides a giant horse. This warrior's sword is too powerful for an ordinary man to even lift. The three other warriors, who had killed each other a while ago, put aside their animosities and start fighting against the Black Knight together when the Black Knight arrives. But no matter how hard they try, none of them can do a single thing to the Black Knight. The Black Knight easily finishes them all off. Then, the same thing happened to the enemies that came there. Just as everything finally seemed peaceful, we see another person who is about a foot taller than Black Knight, and his sword is just as big as him. Not only that, this person was also wearing a mask made of a human skull. Apparently, this warrior is much more powerful than Black Knight. He attacks Black Knight and easily manages to knock Black Knight's sword out of his hand. But Black Knight uses his skills and somehow manages to finish off his enemy by stabbing him with two pieces of bamboo like knife blades. So after this fierce battle, we see that this entire incident happened inside a video game. Black Knight is the name of the avatar used by a boy named Jack Bronson, who plays that game. While Jack is celebrating his victory in the game, Jack's mother comes into the room. So even though Jack closes the game to make it look like he's doing homework, his mother finds out that Jack was playing this game. Jack's mother, Annie, doesn't get angry with Jack for that. Annie is very upset and tells Jack that Annie's job is not going well either. Jack's mother is a real estate agent. She hasn't been able to sell a single apartment for the past 4 or 5 months. Because of this, they have no money to pay their home loan and will have to go out on the street in a few weeks. Annie tells Jack to study hard and get a scholarship. That's because Jack's mother doesn't have any money to spend now. Jack is very upset to hear all this, but he doesn't show it to his mother. Jack, who has been thinking about this all day and is upset, goes to the cycle park in their town to clear his head. Jack rides his bike around the park, wondering how to help his mother. Jack works as a helper at a nearby Chinese shop, but Jack doesn't make much money. At that time, a group of bullies, led by a boy named Trey, who has been harassing Jack for a long time, come to the park. Trey teases Jack and tells him to get out of the park immediately. According to Trey, every place in town where people ride bikes belongs to them. But instead of doing what Trey says, Jack takes a bucket of sand, hits Trey in the face, and starts riding his bike. End quote. This causes Trey and the entire group to chase Jack around town. Jack eventually manages to get past Trey and hide inside the shop where he works. Seeing Jack sweating profusely, the shop owner, Chan, realizes what has happened to Jack. Chang tells Jack to fight the other side instead of running away in fear, because how long will Jack keep running like this? But Jack says that he doesn't have the strength to fight Trey and his team. After this conversation, Jack helps his boss take some new goods to the basement. So, there is an ancient wooden basket that Chang found in his family. Chang gives it to Jack as a gift. Even though Jack loves it, Jack doesn't want to accept it at first. But Chan forces him to give it to Jack as a gift. So Jack goes to bed that night with the basket he found in his room. While Jack is fast asleep, a bright light suddenly starts shining from inside the basket. Unexpectedly, an ancient Chinese warrior named Zhao comes out of the basket and puts his sword to Jack's neck, waking him up. Jack wakes up very upset and asks where the Black Knight is. Jack, who can't figure out if this is a dream, says that the Black Knight is a character he uses in a video game. Zhao has no idea what a video game is. Therefore, when Jack shows Zhao the video game, Zhao realizes that the powerful warrior named Black Knight he came looking for is not a real person. Although he feels great regret, Zhao is clearly in a hurry. He then tells a beautiful woman hiding in a dark corner to come out. So this is Princess Sujin, the daughter of the ancient Chinese emperor. Zhao says that he must do anything to protect Jack Zuolin. Jack, who had never kissed a girl in his life, was thrilled to see such a beautiful princess in his room. But before Jack could ask any more questions, Javo jumped into the basket and disappeared. Surin then asked Jack where the weapons Jack had to protect her were. Jack had no idea what this woman was asking. Disappointed to find out that Jack was not a warrior as he had expected, Surin introduced himself to Jack and told him that he wanted something to eat. Surin said that he wanted roasted snails or duck tongues in chili sauce or some other strange soup. Jack said that they were not here, so he went to the kitchen and toasted bread, then put the duck and snails on the bread slices and took them back. Surin, who had been looking around Jack's room, found Jack asleep in bed when he brought the food. Because of this, Jack had to sleep on the floor of his room that day. When Jack woke up the next day, he saw that Sulin was practicing martial arts in the backyard. Seeing this, Jack was very upset and tried to distract his mother from seeing Sulin. He suddenly felt a sudden love for her and told his mother to go to work without being late, saying that he would wash the dishes in the kitchen. Although his mother noticed the change in Jack's behavior, she did not pay much attention to it and said goodbye to Jack and left for work. As soon as his mother left, Jack's best friend Hector arrived and caught Jack having a girl inside the house. Hector thought that Jack had entered the scene at a young age, but Jack somehow managed to talk Hector out of it by saying that he would explain everything to Hector later. So, if someone touches her in Surin's world, that person will die. But Jack says that Surin's world's laws don't apply here, so Surin has to stay here, as Jack says. So Surin says that then she wants to see what it's like in Jack's world. Jack agrees and first takes Surin to a shopping mall, because Surin has no way of going anywhere dressed like this. After hours of choosing and choosing, Surin finally finds a great outfit. So, after walking around the mall with Jack and doing a lot of things she's never done before, the couple goes back home and meets Jack's mother. The mother is very surprised to see her son bringing a girl home. Jack says that Surin is a student who came to his college from China. Also, when asked if there was anyone willing to stop Surin from school, Jack volunteered to come with Surin. Jack somehow manages to convince his mother to let Surin stay in the guest room of their house. So the next morning, Jack's mother leaves home for a few days. Jack tells his mother to be careful and promises to take care of the house until his mother returns. The first few hours of the day pass without any problems. But suddenly, 3 ancient Chinese thugs who came from somewhere grab Jack and ask where Princess Surin is. At that time, Surin, who comes there, starts fighting with the thugs. Since he is a skilled martial artist, Surin is able to control the thugs until he is alone for a long time. Due to this incident, their house, which Jack promised his mother to take care of like a temple, is completely destroyed. Since Jack could not fight, Surin could not fight alone for a long time after protecting Jack. Because of this, the thugs grabbed Surin and entered the basket. Jack, who was very scared and could not think what to do now, took a pen and tried to follow the thugs into the basket. Jack opened the basket and saw that there was a ladder with no end in sight leading into the basket. It seemed that it was not a very good place. But somehow, Jack gathered his courage and entered the basket, thinking of saving his love. After going down and down, Jack finally emerged at the bottom of the basket and saw that he was inside someone's hut. Jack, who was very scared, saw that Zhao was standing at the door of that hut. But Zhao was not happy at all to see Jack like this. He thought that something had happened to the princess. Jack says that he is not a warrior to protect the princess from the thugs. He says that the princess was kidnapped by 3 thugs and that they came after her and that the princess is somewhere nearby. Saying that, Jack opens the door of the hut and sees that a large army is waiting outside the hut, waiting to kill anyone who comes out of the hut. Those men shoot hundreds of arrows at Jack. But luckily, none of them hurt anyone. So it seems that Jack is now in ancient China. Jack, who was very scared because of these things, says that he needs to go back to his world. Zhao shows a magician who was meditating in that room and says that this is the only way he can help Jack now. Suddenly, the army outside breaks through the door of the hut and starts attacking them. Because of this, Zhao has to fight with those men while protecting Jack, who is helpless. The wizard, who awakens due to this great commotion, freezes the entire army in one place, so they can all escape. As they ride away on horseback, Jack asks the wizard if he can send Jack back to his world, but the wizard says that the bucket that serves as a gateway between the worlds was destroyed after Jack came out. Therefore, the wizard now has to create a new basket. He says that to make the basket, he needs wood from 4 very rare trees scattered in the 4 directions of the kingdom. Jack then asks about Zhao, so the wizard tells Jack a little about Zhao. So Zhao is one of the 7 extremely powerful warriors who have been trained to protect the empire of that kingdom since the day he was born. No one who has ever lived can even think of defeating these warriors, but there was only one person who could defeat them. That was the king of the barbarian tribe called Arun. One day, when Zhao was away on a mission, Arun poisoned the food of the remaining warriors and killed them all, killing the emperor. The peace that the Chinese emperor had worked so hard to establish was destroyed in one day by the barbarians, including Arun, and destroying the entire kingdom. Therefore, when the magician was looking for the strongest warrior in the world to protect Princess Surin with his power, he had come across Jack's Black Knight warrior. Therefore, even though Zhao took Princess Surin and went to find the Black Knight, they ended up finding Jack instead of the Black Knight. The sorcerer tells Zhao to somehow save the princess. The sorcerer says that he will go find the wood he needs to make the teleport bucket and leaves. Meanwhile, Arun is sitting in his castle and making a cunning plan. So, it seems that these 3 of his thugs have come to Jack's world and kidnapped the princess. Arun is preparing to marry Princess Surin and become the emperor of China. Arun tells his men to somehow find and kill Zhao, the last of the 7 legendary warriors. That night, Jack gets ready to sleep with a stone on his head. Jack, who has never held a girl's hand in his life, says that he felt it in his heart the first time he saw Princess Surin. The next morning, Jack wakes up to find Zhao covering his head with a shield as if it was going to rain, but it wasn't really raining that day. The next moment, hundreds of arrows start coming towards them from somewhere. That's when Jack realizes that Zhao didn't just say it was going to rain, but a shower of arrows. Jack runs and hides behind a rock, while Zhao easily blocks all the arrows with his shield. Zhao says that the enemy army knows that Zhao is somewhere, so they shoot arrows from everywhere and kill him. Then the couple walks to the gate that marks the beginning of their kingdom. That kingdom is called the Unknown Land. At this point, Jack had to find the witch somewhere and go back home. So Zhao gave Jack a map to find the witch. But Jack didn't even know how to read that map. But Zhao wanted to save the princess from them more than to send Jack home. So Jack had no choice but to go with Zhao. While traveling through beautiful plains and mountains, Jack told Zhao about Trey, who was bullying him at school. Zhao told Jack not to run away all the time and fight the other way. Not only that, Jack taught Zhao how to dance, to have some fun, in addition to doing his job. Zhao, who looked around with Jack's sunglasses on, thought it was magic. So, as they traveled until nightfall, an evil witch who was making soup in a big pot in the middle of the road blocked their path. Zhao and the witch are going on a big emergency trip, but the witch says that she will not let them go until she finishes making the soup. Having nothing else to do, Zhao tries to attack the witch. But the witch starts attacking both Zhao and Jack from all sides with her dark magic powers. The witch pushes Zhao and makes him fall off the cliff, barely managing to escape with a rope. At that moment, the witch appears near Zhao and tries to knock Zhao down. Due to this, Jack, who takes immediate action, takes a spark from the fire that was burning while the witch was making the soup, stabs the witch, and sets her on fire, destroying her. Meanwhile, Arun, who has captured Princess Surin, tries to somehow convince Princess Surin to marry him, but it doesn't work. The next day, Jack and Zhao continue their journey to save, shearing through the beautiful Chinese empire. That evening, while Zhao is preparing dinner, Jack goes to collect firewood. At that time, a woman comes to Jack crying and asks for help because her sister is in trouble. Although Jack is not sure whether to help or not at first, he finally decides to help the woman. Unfortunately, it is a trap set by 3 dark spirits to eat Jack. Hearing Jack's screams, Zhao, who luckily comes to the rescue, fights the 3 spirits and kills them, saving Jack. This incident finally makes Jack realize that he cannot live in a kingdom like this without knowing how to protect himself. Therefore, at Jack's insistence, Zhao decides to teach Jack some basic martial arts techniques. So, after traveling for several days, they finally reach the territory of Arun. No matter how skilled a warrior Zhao is, he cannot swim. So Zhao suggests that they go around the lake and enter Arun's castle. But if they go that way, it will take days. So Jack takes a short piece of wood and tells Zhao to hang on to it, and they leave the lake to go towards Arun's castle. Zhao knew that there was a large army guarding the castle between Arun's castle and the castle where the princess was imprisoned. Zhao and Jack could never think of fighting such a large army alone and winning. So Zhao comes up with a great idea to enter the castle. The 2 of them just walk inside the castle and let the enemies capture them. After they both accept, Arun says that he will soon marry Princess Surin and become the Emperor of China. He also says that he will kill Jack and Zhao publicly on the day of his wedding. So, as Zhao thought, his plan to enter Arun's palace without fighting the army worked. That night, Zhao, who kills the guard who brought Zhao's dinner with Jack, manages to free both him and Jack. While Zhao then fights with the guards, Jack goes upstairs and somehow manages to find Princess Surin. Because of the love in their hearts, they are about to kiss when Zhao jumps in. They somehow manage to enter the palace, but they have no idea how to get out. They see that the guards are rushing towards them at exactly 31. This gives Zhao another brilliant idea, and he digs 31 holes in the ground to fit the 31 guards. As soon as all 31 guards enter the room, the ground cracks and they all fall to the floor several feet below. Zhao, Jack, and Surin quickly run out of the palace and try to escape on horseback. But unfortunately for them, they are caught by them. They decide to put Zhao and Jack in a cage and marry Princess Surin the next morning. According to their tradition, prisoners who are about to die are given maximum comfort the night before, so Jack even gets a royal feast that night. While eating his last meal that night, Zhao sees a very strange butterfly flying over the windowsill. After Zhao approaches the butterfly and says something, it flies away. After a while, a mysterious green smoke enters Surin's cell, knocking the guards unconscious, and enters his body. The next morning, Jack and Zhao have to wait with a rope around their necks for the ceremony to marry Surin. Jack is very afraid that they will die soon, but Zhao does not seem to be that scared. After the wedding ceremony, Arun goes to kiss his bride and sees that Surin's face has turned into the ugliest reptile. At the same time, with the help of the butterfly who came to the prison the day before, the sorcerer who appears near Zhao is able to free both of them. The next moment, the entire ceremony turns into a battlefield. The sorcerer also restores Surin's disfigured face. The 4 of them then start fighting the barbarian army, including Arun. The sorcerer's magic power, Zhao's super fighting skills, Princess Surin's martial arts, and Jack's newly learned fighting skills, combined with all of their fighting skills, make the size of the barbarian army too large to imagine. Before long, they realize that they have to find a way to escape quickly. So, Jack and Princess Surin board a giant catapult and send them away from Arun's castle, while the sorcerer's magic power helps Zhao and Zhao escape. So, a few hours later, we see Jack waking up in a dense bamboo forest. They had already come a few hundred meters away from Arun's castle. But unfortunately, when Jack regains consciousness, Princess Arun has captured and imprisoned him again. Jack, who has become very strange, tries to fight Arun alone. At first, Jack is beaten so badly that he falls in all directions like a toy. But since Jack will not surrender, Arun, who has exceeded his patience, takes advantage of a mistake he made. Just as the Black Knight we saw at the beginning of the film defeated his enemy, he manages to stab Arun in the neck with 2 pieces of bamboo and put an end to that cruel ruler forever. So after this great battle, Shering is finally crowned as the new leader of the Chinese Empire. Before Jack leaves that world, Shering does not forget to give Jack his first kiss in his life. When Jack leaves the palace, the guards see Shering's lipstick all over his mouth and start chasing Jack all over the palace, thinking that they have captured Princess Mu. Somehow, he manages to escape from the soldiers and return to his world through the teleport bucket. The next day, Jack goes back to school, and Trey and the gang start to bother him again. But this time, Jack uses the tricks he learned from Javo to beat Trey up in front of everyone and put an end to the trouble forever. Jack and his mother had to leave their home because they couldn't pay their mortgage. Because of this, Jack, who wants to do anything for it, creates a game with a great story based on his experiences in ancient China and sells it for $25,000. Thanks to this, they were finally able to save their home and live happily for a while. So, if you think this video is good, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to continue watching great movies like this. See you again in another brand new video.